Hey there, Cowboys Nation. Welcome to Dallas Cowboys Fan, your ultimate destination for all things America's team. Whether you bleed blue and silver or are just starting to catch Cowboys fever, this is the place. If you are a die-hard fan, please make sure to subscribe for more latest news and updates of your favorite team. Hey, Cowboys Nation. Welcome back to the channel, where we dive into everything Dallas Cowboys. If you're a die-hard fan, or just love keeping up with NFL draft news, you're in the right place. And boy, do we have a game-changing story for you today? We're talking about Dane Brugler's first mock draft of the season and the potential for the Dallas Cowboys to draft none other than Burden III. This could literally change everything for America's team. Let's break it all down because this one is going to blow your mind. All right, Cowboys fans, let's talk about Dane Brugler. If you're not familiar with him, Brugler is one of the most respected draft analysts in the game. When he drops a mock draft, you know it's worth paying attention to. His first mock draft for 2024 has Burden III heading to the Dallas Cowboys. And let me tell you, this is a move that could redefine our offense. Burden III. The name already sounds legendary, doesn't it? For those who might not know, Burden is an absolute phenom out of Missouri. He's a wide receiver with the kind of skills that make defensive coordinators lose sleep. We're talking blazing speed, elite route running, and a knack for making impossible catches look routine. He's been dominating college football, and now he's ready to bring that talent to the next level. Imagine him in a Cowboys uniform. Just think about that for a second. Let's paint the picture here. Burden isn't just a wide receiver. He's a playmaker, a game changer, and the kind of talent that only comes around once in a blue moon. This season at Missouri, he's been tearing it up. He's got the stats, but more importantly, he's got the it factor. Burden has shown he can create separation, track the deep ball, and absolutely roast defenders in one-on-one matchups. Now, imagine pairing him with Dak Prescott. Picture this. Dak drops back, surveys the field, and there's Burden streaking down the sideline, burning past defenders like they're standing still. That's the kind of electricity this guy brings. He's the type of player who makes the highlight reel every single week. Here's the thing, drafting Burden IE isn't just about adding another weapon. It's about unlocking a new level of potential for the Cowboys offense. Let's face it, Cowboys Nation. While CeeDee Lamb has been phenomenal, we've been missing that extra spark in our receiving core. Michael Gallup has had his moments, but consistency has been an issue. Adding Burden would give us a 1-2 punch that defenses simply couldn't handle. And let's not forget about our ground game. With Tony Pollard leading the rushing attack, adding a dynamic wideout like Burden would open up the field even more. Defenses wouldn't be able to stack the box, knowing that Burden could torch them over the top at any moment. It's the kind of move that balances the offense and makes us an absolute nightmare to defend. Let's look at the numbers. Last season, the Cowboys' offense was solid but not unstoppable. We've been middle of the pack in explosive plays, and that's where Burden comes in. He's not just about catching passes. He's about turning short gains into long touchdowns. He's about making the big play when it matters most. Adding him to the mix could push this offense from good to elite. Don't just take my word for it. Analysts across the league are raving about this kid. Brugler himself said Burden has the potential to be a top-tier receiver in the NFL. That's not a small compliment coming from someone as respected as Brugler. When experts start using words like game changer and elite talent, you know this is a player who can transform a franchise. But here's where things get even crazier. Rumor has it that McCarthy's departure wasn't entirely mutual. Some sources are suggesting that Jerry essentially forced him out. Think about it. Jerry has never been shy about making bold moves. He fired Jimmy Johnson, after back-to-back Super Bowl wins, for crying out loud. So, if he felt like McCarthy wasn't the guy to bring the Lombardi Trophy back to Dallas, you better believe he wasn't going to hesitate. Now, let's talk strategy. The Cowboys currently hold the 20th pick in the draft, and you might be wondering, is Burden even going to be available? That's a fair question because his stock is rising fast. Some teams ahead of us could absolutely target him, but this is where Jerry Jones and the front office need to work their magic. If Burden is there at 20, it's a no-brainer. If he's not, trading up might have to be on the table. Jerry has shown he's not afraid to make bold moves on draft day, and this might be the year to do it again. Can you imagine the statement it would make to the rest of the league if we moved up and grabbed a player of Burden's caliber? It would send a clear message. The Cowboys are all in on winning now. And let's not forget how the fans are feeling about this. Social media is already buzzing with excitement over the possibility of Burden in Dallas. You've got fans tweeting things like, "This is the missing piece," and "Burden to the boys?" Let's make it happen. The hype is real, and honestly, it's justified. Now, let's zoom out for a second. What would this move mean for the rest of the NFC? Think about the powerhouse teams we'll need to face in the playoffs. The Eagles, the 49ers, teams with stacked defenses. Adding Burden gives us the firepower to compete with anyone. It's not just about winning the division, it's about making a deep playoff run and, dare I say, getting back to the Super Bowl. I know it's been a long time, Cowboys fans, but moves like this are what championship teams are made of. You don't win rings by playing it safe. You win by taking risks, by bringing in players who can elevate the team to new heights. So, what's next? We've got months to go before the draft, but the conversation starts now. If the Cowboys are serious about making a statement, Luther Burden has to be on their radar. This isn't just another pick. This is the kind of move that could define the next era of Cowboys football. All right, Cowboys Nation, now it's your turn. What do you think about Dane Brugler's mock draft and the possibility of drafting Luther Burden? Do you think he's the missing piece for our offense? Should the Cowboys trade up if necessary to get him? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And hey, if you enjoyed this breakdown and want more Cowboys content, don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. Thanks for tuning in, and as always, go Cowboys! Catch you in the next video, Cowboys fans! Let's make this draft season one to remember.